Oh, hey, there's a bleeding guy here. Oh no! I love how they put a sheet here to not bloody the carpets. Those are nice carpets, gotta say. Hello, kindly Chang. What's up? Kindly's place reeks of stale cigar smoke and fresh urine. The clicking of mahjong tiles is strangely absent. In its place is a low murmur of laughter and an air of eager anticipation. All eyes are focused on the groaning figure kneeling bloody and bound at the feet of kindly Chang. She beckons to him with her finger, and he struggles towards her. Loud rustling of the plastic tarp crackling on his knees as he moves, his pants are wet with fear. An acetylene torch lies on the table at Ching's right hand. She ignores the scene. She behaves as if all is right in the world. How did you sleep, my little ones? Not too well, Chang. I had a bad dream. You register a brief hesitation before she responds. You're bored, darling. Perhaps it's the food here. I understand it can be a bit too spicy for outsiders. So, a bad dream is a better way to spend the night than getting a bullet in the ear while you sleep. She flicks a mahjong towel at the kneeling man's head. Wouldn't you agree, shitbird? Indicates the kneeling man with an incline of her nose. Shitbird here is a plain clothes cop. He snuck into the area last night when you were sleeping, hoping to find you and kill you before his competition got to you first. My men found him outside the trawler you were sleeping on. They saw to it that your rest was undisturbed and that your location remained a mystery. She nods her head back towards a pillar of meat standing behind her. Oh, this guy. You can thank Mr. Bao for that. Thank you, Mr. Bao. He inclines his head 1/4 of an inch. She addresses the bloody man on his knees. Now, shitbird, tell my friends here what you told me. I don't know anything, I swear. I just got the orders in last night. Pushes his head towards you and Wu from the floor, struggling to keep his balance. Somebody high up wants these two dead. The whole department is in on it. I don't know anything else. Someone from high up. She lifts her foot, taps his chin with the toe of her shoe. How high? The cop looks up at her, looks around the room filled with tried soldiers. One of them opens his coat and shows the cop something inside. Closes it slowly and winks. The cop drops his head to his chest. All the way up. Is someone on the council? Someone in the executive council wants these two dead. She spits on him with a sneer. Fuck your ancestors for the 18th to the 18th generation. Give me the truth. Cop wears the spittle. He never lifts his head. It's the truth, madame, I swear. Whoever it was labeled them as terrorists. We're to terminate with extreme prejudice. Kindly Cheng shuffles closer to the kneeling cop, reaches down and strokes his head with her hand. And she slowly digs her fingers into his scalp, pulls back hard until his chin points high. The tried boss leans in close and searches his eyes with her own. That's all he's got. She lets go of his head and smooths his buzz-cut hair with her hand. For whatever reason, last night someone on the executive council of the Free Enterprise Zone ordered the Hong Kong police force to kill two nobodies from Seattle. I find that fascinating, don't you? I mean... Yeah, but why they need to label us international terrorists? She strokes the policeman's cheek with the back of her hand. Her rusty voice becomes sweet as she explains the ways of the world. Propriety, my darling. When the government has someone gunned down, they prefer to make it appear justified. The people feel safer when their murderers feel like part of civilization. My, but you have definitely fallen into the deep end of the pool. Seattle isn't like Hong Kong. There, the megacorps control the government. Here, the corps are the government. The exec council is chosen by the corporate boards of governors. They're basically legislative and executive branches of the Hong Kong government in one tiny package. 8 people call all the shots, neat and efficient. Tiny Cheng steps back from the cop and lights one of her thin black cigars. But the wage slaves and the civilian sheep, the corporation are a pantheon of gods who wield absolute power. She looks around the room, but not for us. The woman takes a long pull from her cigar and taps her ash on the kneeling cop's head. Wells knows about my guest's visit to Huey. Shitbird. No one, madame. I hadn't called it in yet. I wanted to kill for myself. No one knows they're here. I swear it. Oh, you should have. Now they're gonna kill you to keep the secret. Turns to her enforcer. Mr. Bao. Bao fiddles with the PDA in his meaty hands. He's telling the truth. No outgoing calls on his PDA. Very good. Thank you, Bao. He nods at the cop. Thank you for your honesty. In one smooth motion. Yeah, but I expected that. No, you bloodied my shoes! Ah. In one smooth motion, Strangler Bao produces a silenced pistol, fires it once into the policeman's head, and places it in his jacket. His face never changes expression. Well, I was kind of wondering what we were going to do with him. Cheng takes a drag on her cigar, indicates the body. In you, my darling. In you. She balances her cigar on her shot glass, picks up some mahjong tiles and begins playing with them absently. It is clear our friend Raymond Black was up to something involving the walled city, something having to do with prosperity. And this executive council member wanted Raymond dead for it. She stacks her tiles one by one. Click, clack. Now they want you dead for it too. Click. This plastic-faced man may show up on your door one day. Too. He knocks the pile over and it clatters to the table loudly. I have a proposal for you, my sweets. A smile lights up her dead-like eyes. Work for me. With Nightjar and Gotcha dead, I find myself with 2 job openings. Fill them. I have need of deniable assets here. Players unaffiliated with the tribes who can take care of some of the more unsavory business needs about town. You've proven yourselves resourceful. And you have no existing connections here. I can be a positive in this line of work. Shadowrunners. Who grunts. His jaw tightens, but he stays quiet. In exchange, I will keep you safe from pests like this one. She nods at the body on the floor. On the floor. The typo. The pool of blood on the plastic wrap continues to widen. You have safe harbor here in my town and a steady source of income. Picks up a handful of tiles again. And while you dip your toe into the waters of corporate espionage, organized crime, and clandestine mercenary actions, I will employ my network to find the plastic-faced man and gather information about Raymond Black. Where he's been, who he's talked to, who stood to gain from his death, what this prosperity could be. And what's in it for you? Besides the money and the benefits of helping others in my community, I need to learn who killed one of my clients and then order the cops to execute my team of Shadowrunners. Her voice drops and she becomes deadly serious. This is a brazen disregard for my power. Fate dictates it must be confronted, or I stand to lose everything. Okay, how would the arrangement work? I find the right jobs for people with your talents. You do what our clients cannot do for themselves. I take a finder's fee and a small percentage of your earnings. You make a lot of new yen very quickly. It's all very civilized. Leans in. Work with me. Allow me to help you make money. Let my network work for you and help you find out what you've gotten yourselves into. Without my help, you won't last a day out there. You are completely out of your debt, I'm afraid. You need a partner. Annie Cheng will be your partner. Wu's hands go to his hips. He drops his head and shakes it a little, amused. It was like you said, Big. Shadowrunners. Glad I had some time to think about it. Process. He grips the back of his neck, squeezes hard, rips his hand away. Ah, fuck it. I'm not a cop anymore. That guy's dead. He nods. The decision's made. I'm in. What about you? Yeah, let's figure out what happened to him. I also think Ray's still alive. Raymond is alive. I'm sure of it. So I'll run the shadows as long as Auntie Chen keeps up her end of the bargain and helps us figure out what really happened to him. Then I'm gonna find my father. And it's done. Eoi is now open to you. She gestures to her lieutenant, who raises a finger to her ear and whispers into her sleeve. First order of business, Big Fist and Duncan Wu don't exist anymore. You'll need street names. Wu sighs. Yeah, okay, I'll think of something. Gobbet rubs her cheek against her rats, a glint in her eye. I think we've already got you covered, Gun Show. Turns to Isabel. Fits, doesn't it? Indeed. I knew that was gonna stick. It has stuck. Gobbet, Isabel, we'll handle this the same way we did with all your previous work. She didn't say it, Nightjar. All the jobs outlined for you will be sent to your computer on the squad boat. It's pointing at you. Got it. Why him? It's a simple process of elimination. Isabel isn't the leader type. You got that right. As for Gobbet, let's just say Gobbet doesn't have a head for business. Not my thing. Then she rests her finger on Wu. And then there's Gunshow. She wiggles it. The jury's out on Mr. Gunshow. Meaning? Response is direct, straightforward. Meaning there's a lot going on in that head of yours. Right now, and I'm not sure I can trust you. So I'm in charge because I'm the best of the worst? Oh my sweet, don't put it that way. She opens her arms. You are the most equipped for the role. It's making sense. You're the right person for this, Big. Okay, I guess I'm running the show. Big Fist doesn't exist anymore. Call me Fist. Okay then, I guess I'm running the show now. Wu shakes his head, eyebrows are raised. Gonna be weird calling you Fist again. Haven't called you that since we were kids. Gobbet looks from Isabel to Wu to you. I guess this is our new crew. The rat on her shoulder scurries to the top of her head for a better view. Welcome to the shadows, Fist. Okay. So now I should go activate the mission computer. Let's actually go quickly look at it. Crew advancements available. Oh! As you lead your team through the shadows, your companions will continue to develop and learn new combat skills. Clicking the icon on the lower right hand corner on the screen. Yeah. Will open the crew advancement menu. When this icon is highlighted, one or more of your companions is eligible to learn a new combat skill. At each advancement level, you may choose one of two possible combat skills for each of your runners. Choose wisely. So, we could have Gobbet. She's a rat shaman. At level 2, so she's like level 2 right now. She got some body, some quickness, some spirit summoning, SMG, and spirit control. Spirits will never break away in the first 2 rounds after summoning them. And we don't have to like go this route or this route. We can go like zigzag or whatever. Like I'm gonna want her to augment haste. I think that's gonna be really useful. Oh, that's interesting. So it's a haste that also increases her own accuracy. Okay, I mean that's okay. Sure, that's nice. Plague barrier. Oh yeah, that's barrier is actually pretty nice. Destroys spirits. Covet's Rat Totem Invocation does 99 damage to any hostile spirit. The spell can only be used on spirits. Or steel spirits. Ah, okay. I think Destroy Spirit is gonna be kinda useful. I'm not gonna want her to control spirits, because I don't know how to do it properly. And they can turn against me. So I think going for SMG is gonna be nice. This increases our SMG specialization and ranged combat skill by 1. Okay. Can I look at her here? No. Well, I can look at her in a second. Isabel. Let's see. Min launcher now strips 1 armor with every normal shot. Uh-huh. Cyber Eye. Blind an opponent. Oh yeah, that's pretty nice. Mini launcher. Snow packed with napalm charges, igniting damaged targets. Targets on fire will take an additional. Okay. So that increases accuracy by 30% and a critical chance by a small amount for 1 shot. 2 AP though, that's... I think I'm gonna get a marked target. And this is... Oh. No, I think I'm gonna go with espionage here. And you. Making gear, what? Magnetic cyber arm installed, allowing to throw back incoming grenades. That's kinda cool. Recoil compensation. Full auto no longer has a minus 10% penalty to accuracy. That's kinda cool. Knockback? No, no, no. Nail grenades or modded flashbang? Lethal force, mercy kill. Duncan gets an assault rifle ability that has a 99% chance to hit an enemy who has less than 25% health remaining. And does 2 more damage than normal. Duncan's ability to subdue has its cooldown reduced from 3 rounds to 2 rounds. Don't want to do this though. I think I'm gonna go for this. And this is Underslung Beanbag. Does 2 AP damage and imbalances targets, making them easier to hit on subsequent attacks. This can do critical damage. That's actually kind of good. Being able to take someone out of a fight, because most of the people are gonna have just 2 action points. And this is... Single shot of incendiary ammo does an additional 2 points of damage and pierces up to 2 armor. I wonder if it actually also maybe puts them on fire. It doesn't say here. Both of these abilities seem really nice. Let's go with crowd control. There's a lot of blood here. Maybe the smuggler got killed. Okay, there's my computer. Let's go to the hatch. I want to talk to that Russian guy downstairs. Raktor. It's oppressively hot down here, and the air is full of synthetic odors that grab you by the sinuses and refuse to let go. You can smell engine grease and melting plastic, ionized air, and lead solder. A quick scan of the room tells you why. The downstairs tenant has converted this space into a machine shop. Metal fabrication tools and Duraplast extruders line the walls, and a pair of heavy industrial manipulators hang from the ceiling. A man in a black trench coat stands with his back to you, staring at a monitor mounted above a sturdy workbench. He addresses you without turning. "Ah, I was wondering when I'd meet the new neighbor." His voice is pleasant, cultured. There's a hint of a Russian accent there, but it's buried under layers of nuance. "Please, stay here where you are. I'll be with you in just a moment. Unless you fancy an unplanned trip to Chrome Alley, don't touch anything. There are all manner of tools in here that could take your hand clean off." "Yeah, take your time. I'm not going to touch anything." "Ah, you're very kind. Thank you." Let's examine the robotic arms mounted on the ceiling. You focus on the enormous manipulator arms that you saw earlier. They're bulky, industrial things, dented from years of heavy use. Each arm has been fitted with at least a dozen different welders, soldering guns, extruders, and metal fabrication tools. I've seen machinery like this in factories before, but they look terribly out of place in the bolt holes, cramped engine room. Very good, yes, that's coming along nicely. Very nicely indeed. He turns towards you, smiling, and for the first time you can see his face. He has a broadly handsome Slavic features and a chiseled jaw. His eyes are like flecks of ice. "Oh, so sorry to have kept you waiting, Mr. Fist. Big Fist. Good to meet you." "And you as well. Now tell me, what can I do for, His voice trails off as a flash of motion catches his eye. With alarming speed, a sinister-looking drone scuttles out from under the work table. Its movements are surprisingly agile and fluid. The machine rears back menacingly, spreading its forelegs in a clear sign of aggression. The man's smile tilts, and his tone goes apologetic. "Please don't mind the drone, he can be territorial. But so long as you remain civil, he will not bite." He extends a hand. Simultaneously, the drone relaxes into a neutral position, lowering its killing legs. "Ractor, my mechanical counterpart here is called O'Shea." "A pleasure." His hand is rough and abnormally warm to the touch. He shakes your hand with a solid grip. "I'm very pleased to meet you, my friends. In a community such as yours, it's important to be on good terms with one's neighbors." "Agreed. You know what? I don't really have much time to talk with you right now, but it was good to meet you." "Very good. I should focus my attention on this morning's castings anyway." Waves you off. "A pleasure meeting you at any rate. I'll let you be on your way." I want to see if there's anything here. There's an open... Hey, can I open this door? Let me quick save first. Don't mind me, I'm just looking at this. Nothing yet. Okay, good. Let's